It's Art with Amy for the Madison Public Library, summer of 2020. Hope you're all doing well. It's August here in the state of Wisconsin, in Madison, Wisconsin, coming to you from Madison. The corn is getting tall. My sunflowers are gigantic. The herbs are sprouting and begging to be put into tea and pesto and all kinds of fun things. So today we're going to do an abstract art sculpture using cardboard, markers, glue, whatever you got laying around your house, okay? So I have a pretty big scissors that I use, but you need a scissors today. You need some cardboard. I just cut these flaps off a cardboard box that I had laying around. You need to have maybe some markers, colored pencils. Crayons works really well. Crayons work great. If you had some tape or duct tape, that works too. And always a handy dandy glue gun if you have a glue gun that you feel comfortable using. If you don't feel comfortable using it, remember to get someone to help you with that. So today we're going to do is create an abstract sculpture out of cardboard. And I kind of have this in my background. This is a totally cool piece of art that a friend of mine created like a long time ago, abstract piece of work. It's just lines, shapes, and colors. And I thought it was really neat to put it in the background for you to take a look at. It was created by an artist here in Wisconsin called, her name is Kay, or Catherine, but we called her Kay Jelinek. And she lives in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. So she created this piece of work a long time ago using acrylic, wood. I think she did some taping where she masked off with tape and then painted it, but I might be wrong. And there's a kind of an interesting story that goes with it. She created this piece of work and she actually sold it to someone. And she was pretty happy about selling it and thought it was in a happy home. And then one day she was driving along past this person's house, just randomly, and the people were having a garage sale, and the sculpture was out in the garage sale for sale. And so she went over, she pulled over in her car, and she said, "Are you selling it?" And they said, "Yeah." They kind of felt bad about it, but she's like, "Well, I'll just take it back from you then." And then she just took the sculpture back, and I saw it when I went to visit her at her house, and I said, "I love that piece. Can I buy that from you?" So I bought the piece from her. It's one of my favorites because it also does this, where it spins around and you can put it in all different ways to take a look at whatever it is that you want to look at that day. Anyway, so cardboard and scissors. So I have my phone down here so you can see my hands. So basically what I did is I'm just taking my scissors and I'm cutting pieces of cardboard into just shapes. That's all I did. So I just made a triangle. I don't measure anything out. And I just cut it up. You might need help if you have not got a pretty substantial scissors. You might have to get one. It can be small shapes, it can be big shapes, whatever you want. So here's my pile of cardboard that I just cut up. Then what I'm doing is I'm taking my cardboard shapes, and I already had a couple done here, and I'm just adding color to them. So this one I just did circles and added color. On the back I did circles. This was a white piece of cardboard on the back of it. Here's one that I did with just funky color, spirals. This one I put a star, so that is something that you can kind of identify. Because abstract art is really about just creating lines, shapes, and colors. This one I don't have anything. This one I have this weird kind of sun comet background. This one I was still working on, and nothing in the back. So all I'm doing is taking cardboard shapes, and I'm taking my markers, and I've got a pretty good set of markers. My favorite markers are these paint markers called Poscas, but you can use any kind of marker to create color. And I'm just going like this and coloring it. I might do maybe a red. Paint markers take a little bit more time to dry than a regular marker, but they work really well to just put color here. I'll use a Sharpie. I also have a bunch of big Sharpies that I like. But the Sharpie does absorb into the cardboard pretty well, so it looks fairly dark. So you can see that one there. But the thing about the Sharpie, which is nice, is once it's absorbed in there, you could come back with a colored pencil or a paint marker with this glue. And what it does is the paint marker won't absorb into it, and it'll give you some nice kind of details of color or something else that you add on there, like that. I do that pretty fast. So then I've got, let's see, 1 piece, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, I got 1 more to go. So I'll try this one. I'll do this one kind of fast too. Let me see what I got. I've got some yellow. Let's try maybe an orange Sharpie. Oh, looks red. I guess it's orange. Kids at my studio sometimes do that. It drives me nuts. I think they're being clever, and like, so they'll take 2 Sharpies like this, and that'll be the green, this will be the blue, and then they switch the caps on me. Makes me a little nuts, but it's okay. Because, you know, it's okay once in a while to be a little naughty, isn't it? That's my feeling. Let's try this color. So I'm just adding color like that. So the other thing you can do is you can also take tape. So let's say you don't have markers and you don't like how the markers are kind of turning out on your cardboard. If you have tape, like I have this kind of great duct tape. This is a tie-dye duct tape. I got this one somewhere recently. I really like it. And I would just take duct tape, and with my duct tape, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it. I can take a piece of duct tape, and I can go like this. I can just cover it with duct tape as well. So duct tape also, or any kind of tape actually, gives you the ability to also create some kind of cool color on it too. And I don't know if you see what I'm doing, but I'm trying to do both sides, not only with color. This one I'll just do with duct tape, and then I'll put some color on it. Because this is going to be a kind of an abstract stacking sculpture. So you would see both sides of this, not just one side. Sculpture, remember, is a 2-dimensional piece of work. Oh, I'm sorry, just said that wrong. Sculpture is actually a 3-dimensional piece of work, so it has 3 sides to it, not just 2. Right, so I just covered that with duct tape. And I could come and use marker and keep going. Oh, here's a really nice gold marker. I love this gold one. No, it doesn't show up so well on there, but it looks okay. Like that. And let's go back to maybe one of these. I like this gold. I love this gold. These gold and silver markers are just great. There we go, like that. Okay, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. I'm gonna make this be abstract, right? So I'm gonna stack this sculpture, and I'm actually gonna start maybe with, I'm gonna use this bottom. Actually, I like all of these. Let's try. I'm gonna take this big piece. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut it like this for a base. So I'm making a square base, right? And I'm gonna start with this bottom piece. And so now watch what I'm gonna do. This is really simple. It's kind of like building. I'm just gonna put a, did you see that? I just cut kind of like Pac-Man, square Pac-Man. Here we go, right in the middle, and I cut a line in there, and then I stopped. And then I'm going to take the next piece, and I'm actually gonna go like this. It's gonna stand up off the ground a little bit. I'm gonna slide this piece in. Actually, I'm gonna cut this piece too. Watch, I'm gonna cut it. See that? I just cut it. So I'm kind of like creating this stacking sculpture. I'm gonna slide it in. I'm sort of using this big square piece as my base. And then I'll keep going, and I'm gonna build. So I'm gonna cut, but I don't cut all the way through. I cut that one. Let's see if I cut this one. See that? I like that green on the back of there. Green and yellow. There we go. Okay, can you kind of see it's building up? I'll keep going. I'll try my duct tape piece. I'm gonna cut it in 2 places. I'll cut it there. I'm gonna cut it up here. I'm not cutting through it. I'm just putting these little, see how I'm putting these slices in there? Slice that, duct taped piece. Actually, let's go like this. And I'll put this next one. I don't think I like that. So I'm actually gonna rethink this. I'm gonna go back here and put a slice on this part of the duct tape one. And all I'm doing is I'm just kind of like interlocking each piece in the slot. See that? I'm just putting each piece in the slot kind of as I go. And the glue gun's gonna come in handy here in a second. So I'm just gonna try to add 2 more pieces if I can. I might, actually I might stop here for a second. So I'm gonna pull my glue gun round, and I'm gonna go like this. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put a little bead of glue right there, just to kind of make it sturdy. So I have a pretty big high fire glue gun, but you could use a low fire glue gun. Those are a little bit safer, right? I'm gonna glue down here. There we go. So it's kind of creating more of a sturdy structure to build on. So those are my 2. See those 2? And then I'll keep going. I have these 3 that I kind of slid together, and I'm gonna put a little bead of glue on each of those so they stay. Sometimes you have to go underneath each little flap too. Can you see that? So if I go like there, there, I just don't want to touch the glue. I don't want to touch the tip of the glue gun, right? And cardboard's kind of nice because can you see what I was doing? I started bending it. I can kind of bend it a little bit. Kind of create more of the form. Okay, I'm gonna go down here. Here we go. You have to be careful though, because cardboard really is just paper. You know, it's stacked of paper. And one of the things you do have to be careful is you can rip it. Well, maybe you want to do that. I mean, it doesn't have to be cut. It could just be ripped cardboard too if you don't have a very good scissors. You get out your Hulk muscles and kind of do it. So do you see what I'm doing? I'm just building, stacking it and building it. I got 2 more pieces. I don't know if I'm gonna make 2 more pieces, but I can try. Because it's balancing, you know, now it's kind of about balance. So I'm actually gonna go like this. I'm gonna cut through this side and kind of build off the other way. If you have something kind of going one way, you might have to come back like this. Make it go another way. So it offsets the weight on one side of it, even though cardboard isn't super heavy. Kind of feels like it might be a good idea to do that. I'm gonna go back this way. Can you see that? There we go. Oh, I like it. It's looking good. Now there was one thing I wish I should have done. I was in a hurry. I wish that I would have went down there in that big square piece and put some color on there. But I could maybe come back and do it. I don't know. We'll see. So a little glue there. We'll kind of slide this one in here. Ooh, very cool. Pull some of my little, I have hot glue strings on it. Can you see those? See that? Fun. So here's my sculpture. Pretty fun, huh? All different colors, kind of balancing all kind of wacky ways. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't like it. I don't know. I like the top of it, actually. You can turn it this way. You can look down on my sculpture. That looks kind of cool. So I wish I would have put some color on this base piece, but that's okay. I could maybe come back with a, I might maybe come back with a, let's see, what's a pretty, there we go. I'll come back with a black Sharpie and just lightly put some lines on it. You can even scribble. Normally I don't like it when kids scribble. When people scribble, because I feel like it's not a lot of effort, but on this one you could do it. You could say, oh, I just want to scribble on this, Amy. Circles, scribble circles, just to put a little bit of color on it like that. Pretty cool. What do you think? Look at that. Just a balancing sculpture using cardboard, markers, duct tape, a little bit of glue. Ooh, it's good from this side. Look at all the color on that side. That looks nice. Cool. Maybe that inspires you. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining me today. It's Art with Amy with the Madison Public Library for the summer of 2020. I've got 2 more videos, 2 more projects to share with you. The next project you might see is we're going to make upcycled, repurposed little mushrooms out of corks, duct tape, and paper. So that will be the next one, or whenever. You can look at any of the videos. Have a good day, everybody, and thank you.
Don't forget to check out Madison Public Library's We Read program. Does your family read books? Read on your phones? Listen to audiobooks or podcasts? We want to celebrate all the different kinds of reading that are already happening all around Madison. Find out how you can participate at madisonpubliclibrary.org/weread.